everybody, welcome to What the Flick. Bibbs, Meredith, Alonso. We are back in the studio to talk about the Doctor Who Christmas Special 2015. Woo! The Husbands of River Song, which I thoroughly enjoyed. At the same time was going, I can't wait for these two to explain to me what the hell I'm watching. Because obviously this ties into other stuff.
This was the first River Song episode of the Peter Capaldi run, and it looks like it might be the last one ever, unless they come up with some other cute way of doing it. River Song was a character we were introduced to 2 Doctors ago with David Tennant. He ran into this very exceptionally charismatic and interesting woman who revealed that she's been in a relationship with the Doctor for forever.
Literally.
Yeah, and he had never met her before, and that's because they kept meeting at the wrong times. So the first time he met her, she'd already known him for forever, and the first time she met him, he had already known her for forever. And it's been very, very confusing and a lot of fun, and when it's great, and when it's not, it's still pretty great, actually. I love River Song. So this was an episode that was tying in one of the last sort of holes in the River Song chronology, which was we knew on the just before River Song died, she spent one night with the Doctor on this particular planet. And we never saw that. We got teased it a couple of times, and this is that, and it was neat.
And she did not know there was a 13th regeneration, right?
No, because there wasn't supposed to be a 13th regeneration.
That was completely new and unexpected for her, and
unexpected for him too.
I know it was sentimental. It was really sweet that they found a way to bring Alex Kingston back in this role, and especially for the Christmas episode. I wasn't ready though to see that moment. I feel like, we all knew what was going to happen when they brought her to the Singing Towers. And, the moment they referenced that, I'm like, oh, I know where this episode is going. And it was very, I wouldn't even say bittersweet. It was almost soul-crushing because we thought we were going to lose Clara. And then I'm like, oh, goodbye, River. Goodbye forever. Except, as you told me earlier, I'll just go back to that Tennant episode and just watch Silence in the Library.
That's the great thing about the River Song episodes. You can start them at any time and just keep going and keep cycling through them. I love this episode, not because it's the best Christmas special. Honestly, it's not very Christmassy at all.
No.
Barely.
It barely referenced it, not terribly important. But what beyond simply wrapping up the River Song storyline, this is a great episode for Capaldi's Doctor. We've never seen this sort of... We've never seen 2 things, Rama. One, this sort of sensitivity. The idea that, he cares for Clara, he loves River, and that's still transferred over from his previous incarnations. And that actually, when he says, hello, sweetie, it's one of the cutest damned things. That's a recurring thing that happens a lot. But also, he got to be the companion in a way that was way more fun than when Clara took over missions. The moment where he gets it's my turn to just step in the box and say it's bigger on the inside. Classic.
I was watching this with a friend who was not maybe y'all's level, but more Who-versed than me, and someone who didn't really know the show at all. And after that scene, he goes, okay, even I know why that's funny. That was a great moment.
And just the way he's like, this is how it's done. This is the right way it's done. It was like,
everybody stand back. Let me show you.
Everything I knew about the universe.
And I feel like in that moment, it wasn't just the Doctor saying this is how it's done. That is Peter Capaldi saying that's how it's done.
Although I think my still favorite one is when Clara first went inside the TARDIS and said, it's smaller on the outside.
Yes.
And everyone's like,
What?
Yeah.
That too.
Did not see that one coming. What did you think of the actual, ignoring all the lovely fan service, all the lovely restoring all the drama with River Song, all the great character work, the actual episode itself was kind of wonk, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was really weird.
I don't know. I kind of enjoyed the whole head thing and the getting the diamond and the being on the spaceship with all the terrible, world killers and basically the idea of like, well, it's going to crash, but we're not going to save it because fuck these people. There were enough bits and bots along the way that I thought were entertaining. I had a good time with it.
Did the head in the bag thing remind you of Ice Pirates at all?
Since I've never seen Ice Pirates.
You've never seen Ice Pirates?
No.
Oh, no. Ice Pirates is this great 1980s sci-fi movie in which there's a scene where Bruce Valanche gets his head chopped off, and they keep carrying it with him, and he keeps hitting on this weird ice pirate hero guy whose ship picked up a nasty case of space herpes. This movie is awesome. And if you love Guardians of the Galaxy, it was the original Guardians of the Galaxy. The whole plot reminded me a little bit of it.
Okay.
Basically.
Well, I didn't go there, but I was entertained by that stuff. And I love Alex Kingston. I'd never seen her in this role before, so that was fun.
What did you know her from? Like,
Croupier.
Oh, that's right. I forgot she was a groupie.
Yeah, and she was on ER, but I never watched it.
And she's in Arrow as well.
Okay.
Oh.
good
Yeah,
for her.
which you'd know if you watched Arrow and
Which
not
I-
just The Flash.
Sorry. Look, I've got Heroes of Tomorrow or the fuck coming up. so
Legends of
it's
Tomorrow.
Legends of Tomorrow. It's a full plate. Anyway, I had a good time with this episode, even though it's not very Christmassy. I liked seeing Matt Lucas. I liked the whole idea of just the not just that there were the heads, but like that they would be rotating, and if you weren't the upper head, you were stuck in somewhere that smelled not good. Yeah, I had a good time with it, and I, even though I was a little baffled as to what was going on, there was enough explanation for dummies like me to kind of walk me through what was happening, and
Yeah.
I really want to know, once you've managed to nail a reservation at that very exclusive restaurant, how a 24-year dinner works. How many courses is that exactly?
I don't know. I don't care. It sounds delicious. Is what it's great. I don't know.
It better be good.
Yeah,
well,
I would assume if people are waiting that long, though, the reservation just for one, because it was only them. If you notice, it was only them at the restaurant.
Right. Well,
It's
they're
just-
on the balcony.
On the balcony,
Yeah,
that's
the balcony.
true.
Right?
They got,
That's
like,
the
the nice
table that's hard to
suite.
get. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you think about it. If nights on this planet last for 24 years, you probably have multiple dinners in that
Yeah.
time. Like you still have to eat 3. You don't eat just for 24
Yeah.
years.
Dinner and then a nap and then
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, your
ping
body
pong.
still has to go through its normal cycle.
I guess.
Yeah. I'm so glad we questioned this. This is the important thing.
These are
The
really
fans
good.
want to know.
I'm really glad you focused on that. I love you.
Oh,
Alonso.
sure. I should talk more about ice pirates. Pardon me.
Please. That's what I wanted. That's what I come to What the Flick for. So this is officially the first episode of season 10 or series 10.
According to whom?
According to IMDb and all like the Doctor Who blogs I've been
Really?
looking at. Usually the Christmas special is considered the first episode of the new season.
So
Really?
it sets the tone for what's to come.
Yeah, and they still haven't mentioned who's going to be the new companion.
right.
I don't think they know.
They haven't officially declared anything
Do
yet.
we think we've met the new companion?
Sometimes we have, sometimes we haven't. I would still love the companion to be that wonderful dance girl from the last Christmas special.
Oh, yeah, she was good.
That's what happened with Donna
Yeah.
Noble. Donna Noble showed up in a Christmas special, and then she got upgraded to companion, I think, like 2 seasons
I
later.
want it to be Kylie Minogue. That's
Oh, yeah, but she's Stardust now.
oh.
And also,
Wow.
also busy.
We
Still.
can get Alonso back.
I would be down for that. I think the student of Clara's, the young black smart girl who
Yeah.
I forget her name, but she was
She was
sharp
in Kill
and
the Moon.
funny, and yes,
Okay.
the Kill the Moon girl.
Yeah.
Like she'd be a little older now, so like probably like 16 or 17.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. I like her. She was spunky.
She was,
Spunky.
but not in a gross way.
I like spunky.
Yeah. I feel like we're going to have a very emotional doctor.
You think?
Well, I mean, look at Capaldi last season in the Christmas special. He cried.
Yeah.
He cried. I mean, obviously he's crying over the death of his wife, but I mean, we've seen a huge range of emotions come from this doctor. From
He's not gonna need the
anger to
cards,
rage. Yeah, I know. He's not going to need the cards at all. So I think we're going to definitely see a doctor who's more in tune with his inner human side.
Yeah. Capaldi, sorry.
And you told me that this is the last Capaldi season.
Well, it's not confirmed yet. Capaldi said it might be.
Yeah.
Capaldi said this next season of Doctor Who might be his last season as the Doctor, which always seems so short to me. But when you look at the history of it, 3 is about the average. Like Tom Baker really threw off the curve by lasting 7 seasons, but 3 is about normal.
Yeah.
It's still weird for me. I expect them to last like 10 years every single
Right.
time. Because why would you leave?
No, that's,
I wouldn't
yeah.
leave.
No, but that's going to be the thing is like, how do we get out of this 13 loop? How do we, like, are we going to have more generations? Or
Well,
are we,
yeah.
like, yeah, how are
I
we
thought
gonna
they
do
were.
this?
I thought they just brought a whole new series of regenerations to him.
Oh,
right?
did they? I
Because-
may have missed that.
No, because
Yeah.
it was the 13 originally because David Tennant once regenerated into himself like a
Yeah.
selfish prick. He said he didn't want to go. So he just forced himself on. They decided
Okay.
they didn't have to do it that way, but that's what they did in the last Matt Smith episode. They clarified
Oh, right.
that Matt Smith was
right,
officially
right.
the 13th
Yeah,
Doctor.
that's right. Okay.
So, yeah, so I think we're back. We
Yeah.
got new ones. I would still like to see a female Doctor. I think it's about
Yeah.
damn time. But we'll see.
If Idris Elba is not going to be 007, just putting that out there.
I would be okay with that.
That would be
That
the
would be
studliest
wonderful.
of doctors. Yeah. Who do you want to see as the Doctor?
Yeah.
Who do you want to see as the companion? Who do you want on your thingies?
But
We're not going to answer that question.
No.
Okay. Anyway, thank you for joining us again this year. It's been a hoot, and we'll be back in 2016, and I will still not really know what's going on, but thankfully I will be surrounded by people who do. So, Happy New Year.
And a Doctor Hoot.
know that.